Hi everyone, it's Danny here from Angel Handmade Papercraft. Today I am working with Whimsy stamps and I am using Think Spring Bunnies. This is from the February 2019 release and we're preparing for Easter. I cannot believe Easter is this close. It will also be my first wedding anniversary, so very much looking forward to Easter this year. We didn't have much luck with our honeymoon or when we went away and got engaged, so we're hoping this will be our honeymoon redo and our engagement redo kind of holiday. So we're going away on a cruise, so I'm much looking forward to that. So I have printed the image onto some Express It blending card because I am using Copic markers to colour the images up. So I will have all of the Copic markers listed on my blog, so please check out my my blog link, which will be below the YouTube description. You can check it all out there. So I'm using a few grey markers. So I'm using all of the different tones of grey markers, and then I'm just adding some white uniball marker in just to add a little more detail to their fur. So I'm just working my way through each of the images, adding all those details in. And now I'm just going to work on the grass. So I'm starting with my lightest colour first, flicking all of that in and then adding a base, and then I'm going back in with the darker marker. My words are not working today. Going back in with the darker marker just to add a little more detail. So then I'm going in with some pink markers to colour some of the flowers. I'll use some of the purple markers, not purple markers, some of the blue markers to colour in the other flowers, and then I'll use the same green markers again so that I can colour the leaves of the flowers. Sorry for my hair here, I'm just adding in some of the detail onto those flowers. I'm colouring the little butterfly in with some V markers and then some dotted detail using the Uniball white marker. I'm pulling in some of my brown markers to colour that sign in. And this is pretty much done for the colouring, and I will begin my card process. So I'm just adding some Wink of Stella onto those little tails. Thought it would be cute. Alright, using my bone folder to fold the side of my card down, I'm going to use some MFT, what are they? The stitched rectangle scallop frame to cut the image out. Now the scallop frames were actually too deep for me, so what I did was I ran the image through twice and I just left the die right on the edge of my my Sizzix Big Shot so that it didn't cut that area. Then I turned it around, moved the die, and then ran it back through. So it did take me a few times to get this exactly the way that I wanted it. As you'll see, I'm doing things, undoing things, and driving myself a little crazy. So once I had it all done, I added some adhesive onto it. Trying to get all the framework back together again. I could not get it to the same size. It doesn't matter how hard I tried. So I did add that extra purple layer underneath to try and hide the fact that I'd cut it too small, but nobody noticed, so it's all good. Alright, so I'm pulling in a doily. Can't have a card without a doily on it. So I'm adding some layers here. This is all just craft cardstock from Frenchville. And I'm just adding a white layer on top just to break it up so it's not too much. And then I'm using some pattern papers from a cheap paper pad that I just bought from Kmart. So it's not really a brand name, it's just from the craft stall it's called. And then I'm just lining up all of those papers, adding some Scotch ATG on, and then popping everything through. I did decide to add some banners onto this as well, so you will see me cut those down later. Alright, sorry guys, I realised I'd doubled up on some of the video, so I had to go back and edit it again. So here I did run through my MFT Stamps Puffy Clouds die. I ran that through my Sizzix Big Shot using some excess white cardstock just out of my little box that I keep on my desk, and this is where I ran those banners through that I was talking about earlier. I was going to put them onto the top of my card, then it ended up being too much white, so I ran them through again with the same dies and just left the top of them out so it didn't cut completely. And this is the end of the card. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye.